On this episode of Lapeef, Let's Talk.
Hey, what are we doing?
No, you're just out and you want to, like, maybe you think she's moving too fast. Maybe she's talking about, oh, in 6 months, whatever. And you're like, whoa, I don't know you like that yet. Like, would you say I'm just going with the flow, or would you use some other type of language?
I would say something similar. I'd probably say let's just see where things go. I mean, it's still a little early right now. Slow down. I get it. I like you too, but let's see how this thing unfolds. So I mean, I would use similar language. Yes.
That makes sense. I think that, like, specifically the quote going with the flow itself sounds very, like, not serious and not even thinking about being serious because of how stereotypical that quote is. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, so you shouldn't assume, though. I don't think
and it's pretty much aligned with hookup culture. Like, that go with the flow is literally aligned with hookup only culture.
Have the level of insight of how a man thinks because you're not a man. So you still dating and me being married for 18 years, my weight as what a man thinks when this is happening carries much further than what it is that you're saying. So what I'm saying is more relevant. Let's be clear. Got it?
If you would like to think that, that's fine. But the reality is that you have not dated, and you, that I know of, I mean, I'm not trying to say it like that, but you haven't dated any men. So
how about this? How about me, Trill, and Humble Dad just go ahead and bow out of this conversation, because Trill is married. He's been married for a significant amount of time. I've been married for a significant amount of time. I know Humble Dad got his numbers up, until whatever happened. So how about I let you tell us what men think about what it is that we say when we say we want to hold on, and it's not that big of a deal.
It doesn't have to be like
the question says, though, is it a red flag when a man says, I'm going with the flow? Who are the people looking for red flags? The people that are dating men. Who are the people that are dating men? Women. And who are the people that are dating, period? Not married people.
I mean, can the men finish?
Go ahead.
No, I want to hear. I want to hear what the men think on when they say that, because it can mean different things from different people. I'm not going to overthink when a man says he's going with the flow. And Anton said the same thing. Trill and Humble Dad might think different. So I want to know, if they say that, what do they mean behind that? Because we shouldn't assume like it's y'all's point of view. So I just want to know that from their perspective, if they do say that, what they mean.
Okay, well, I'm gonna chime in on it. When men, when men say, here y'all go, come on now. When men say that they're going with the flow, it could be a numerous amount of things. It could be that, they just trying to fill you out a little bit longer, trying to see if you worthy of being in their presence, if you worthy to have your time extended a little bit. In most cases, that's what I think when men are actually saying it. I mean, it's not cutting you off. I mean, if they don't want to fuck with you, they'll say it. But sometimes if it's too early and a woman is trying to force a relationship on that man, then it's like, hold on, chill. I'm just going with the flow. Like a lot of times after you want to smash, they, turn over and they gazing in your eyes and rubbing on you and asking you like what you're thinking and stuff like that. Just chill. I'm just going with the flow. I'm going with the flow. Relax. That's just my opinion.
JR, that was, I mean, you hit it on the head. You said they're trying to see if you're worthy. Yes, like I said earlier, a man can absolutely, like, say he's going with the flow and then figure out what's going on. But I think, to Courtney's point, and I think Kayla might have said something like that too, if a man knows that he wants you, in my experience, that's not the language that they use.
Yeah, I mean, but a man is not gonna know if he wants you like in the very beginning. Like he may like you, but I mean, you might got some red flags yourself that might just unfold, and he might be like, "Damn, I wasn't expecting that." So
again, that's like proving my point that if they're not sure about you, if they're not sure if they want to move forward with you or even date you or whatever, then yeah, it's like, oh, we'll just go with the flow. But if a man is like, yeah, I really like this woman, I want to be with her, they're going to probably try to lock you down as soon as possible. And I mean, that's just what I think. Okay, now, can someone just go with the flow and fall madly in love? Absolutely. But I'm just saying.
All right, let me get Trill. What's your thoughts on it?
First all, I just want to say I just like how spirited the argument is this early. But my thoughts on it are, I think it, yeah, man. I think it depends on timing. To be honest, man, you have it's a lot of women. I'm not gonna say it's a lot of women that try to rush you into a relationship, try to push you into a relationship. Just like y'all talking about first date, man knows whether or not he wants you. It's like, baby, I ain't even had time to give a legitimate analysis yet. I think when men meet women, we definitely put y'all in one of three categories. One being, okay, this could go somewhere. One being, this is sex only. One being, okay, I don't want to know where around me. But after we categorize you initially within that first conversation or two conversations, we still gotta, watch you a little bit, do a little analysis to make sure that you live up to what our expectations of you are, right? So if we going into date 1, day 2, and you talking about, well, what are we? Where are we going? Well, baby, I'm not done with my analysis yet. Like I know where I may want to go, but I'm not going to tell you that, because now you're going to be walking around with this entitlement that you shouldn't have. You know what I'm saying? So again, I think it depends on timing. But if we get into months of dating, and you like, hey, what's going on? And he like, oh, I'm just going with the flow after months. Then that's a blatant red flag. That means he ain't trying to do nothing with you. You see what I'm saying? But if it's within the first 3 days, we're not done with our verification check yet. And we needed a little more time to complete that verification check.
Crew, I think what you said is very valid. I'm asking you as a grown, a man that's an adult. I know you're married, but as an adult man, what would you say because I heard you say the different categories. What would you say? Would you say, I'm going with the flow? Is that the language you would use? Because I liked what you said when you were like, you know what? I'm still kind of figuring things out. We just met. Like, if you're trying to slow someone down who might be trying to move too fast, totally valid, makes sense. But you, at whatever age you are, because I don't know, but I know you're grown. So
32.
32, you said? Okay.
Yep.
So what would you say? Like hypothetically.
So paint the scenario, like the one that asked me on the first date, hey, what are we doing? No, you're just out and you want to, maybe you think she's moving too fast. Maybe she's talking about, in 6 months, whatever. Mm-hmm. And you're like, whoa, I don't know you like that yet. Like, would you say I'm just going with the flow, or would you use some other type of language? I would say something similar. I'd probably say let's just see where things go. I mean, it's still a little early right now. Slow down. I get it. I like you too, but let's see how this thing unfolds. So I mean, I would use similar language. Yes,
that makes sense. I think that specifically the quote "going with the flow" itself sounds very not serious, and not even thinking about being serious because of how stereotypical that quote is. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, so you shouldn't assume. I don't think
and it's pretty much aligned with hookup culture. Like that go with the flow is literally aligned with hookup only culture.